I'm joined from Catherine, who's in the lovely Machynlleth, and we're talking, of course, with regards to our Faces Behind the Figures campaign. Every week we're putting the spotlight on a family who's lost a loved one during the pandemic, and today it's Catherine. Catherine, tell us how you found yourself here before me. It's all down to lovely Harold. Tell us about your dad.
Yes. Well, my father, Harold, is from Dinas and he was 86 years old. He died in a care home in Aberystwyth from COVID-19 on 17th of November last year. He acquired it in the home. He had Alzheimer's, so he was forgetful, but he and I had great chats, and he was in robust physical good health prior to this.
How difficult has it been for you to get answers to how he acquired this? Did you get the answers you wanted at the time?
We don't have any answers at all, like all the other families who are part of the COVID-19 bereaved Families for Justice. We haven't got any answers at all.
The whole point of this campaign is to call for a Wales-specific independent inquiry, judge-led preferably.
Yep.
First Minister Mark Drakeford has this week agreed to meet with the families. We've found out today that he will meet with you all on Thursday next week. How does that feel to finally have a chance to have your say?
I'm delighted that Mark Griffiths, our First Minister, has agreed to meet with us. It's a step in the right direction, but he also said that he wouldn't have an independent Wales inquiry, and I believe we need one. Health is a devolved issue in Wales. Therefore, it would completely delegitimise the very notion of devolved health in Wales if we didn't have an independent inquiry.
These talks are going to be face-to-face. Do you think that that was the only way to go, was to hold it this way? I mean, at the moment, in fact, we're facing, aren't we, more numbers with regards to COVID, and people are going back to having to isolate once again. Do you think that that was the way forward, that he had to meet you face-to-face because there was no other way around this, as in you needed to see him, you need to physically be in his presence to get across what you've been through?
Yeah, I think it's really important, and I think it's probably the only way, because figures are figures, but to us, they're all people who've been loved, cherished, and are now sorely missed. So we need to get away from it just being numbers, and hideous numbers, in fact, hideously high numbers. We need to get away from that and straight to the fact that they're real people, and perhaps Mark Drakeford will acknowledge that, and it's definitely a step in the right direction towards getting an inquiry.
Kat, what's it done to your health, the stress of all of this?
Emma, it's beyond. I can't, it would take quite some time to explain all of it, but saying goodbye to your father through a window with your brother on a WhatsApp phone inside, with your father reaching towards you, that is no way. That's no way for anyone to die, and that's no way for children to say goodbye to their parents. So I became very, very anxious indeed after that. And I haven't been brilliantly well. I couldn't sleep for ages and ages. Things are getting better, you know, as with, I mean, grief passes eventually, and it's a journey we have to make. But to start the grief journey in that way, I still wake up at night with nightmares, seeing my father stretching out towards the window to reach us. You know, that's not good.
Will an inquiry, will a face-to-face conversation with Mark Drakeford be enough?
Well, it'll never bring our loved people back, will it? But answers and understanding and explanations for some of the decisions made and how our beloved people died, why rather our beloved people died, that goes some way to achieving closure. I know that's a really popular word, but it works. And we do need closure. We need to understand why and how our people managed to get this when they were being cared for, protected. You know, these institutions, hospitals, care homes, we have to place our trust in them. and getting some answers might allow the whole system to change so that people are better protected when this happens again.